All right, these guys are pinned. Yep, but
I'm so proud of you. That's not a dug-in marker, Matt.
you know, happens.
Unbelievable.
Hey, if you're in or around the Pittsburgh area, you gotta check out the Fabricator's Forge. What a great place to game. Tons of paints and supplies and hobbies and books and everything you can imagine. Stop by and see the owner, Dom. Yeah, check it out. Great place to play. Welcome back to Steel Standards Wargaming. Thank you for joining me for another battle report. So in this one, I am going up against Zach as he attacks into Bykov from Orsha. So the center of the map has been seeing a lot of action in this campaign. Really a lot of pressure from the Russians when they're getting their attacks. And they're doing pretty well in the center. So I think history is going to repeat itself, let's say. So jumping into it, we ended up rolling up Breakthrough as our mission. So yeah, again, readers are out. So this is a mobile mission. I, of course, was the Defender. This is an interesting one because of the deployment. So the Defender gets to choose between two deployment areas, the purple areas here. Now, the Defender is also subject to mobile reserves. And we'll get into special rules in a second here. But the Attacker is in one of the quadrants, and then they place two objectives in the opposing quadrant. So pretty much the Defender is trying to hold back the Attacker's rush. Now, what really makes this mission tricky is the special rules here. So let's dive in. So we got delayed reserves for the Attacker. So the Attacker gets to place reserves, and then they're going to come in right next to the objective. So they cannot be there until at least turn 3, which is the way delayed reserves work. But when they come in, they're on the objectives. So the Defender not only has to stop the oncoming rush, but they also have to move some of their troops in to hold the objective. This is a great mission. It's a tough mission for the Defender. Not one you want to roll up, but it is a really good mission. You know, you got your defensive lines. Oh, there's something flanking around. We got to get through. So it is a very narrative mission, and I like that. Now, so jumping into the special rules there. So yeah, delayed reserves for the Attacker, and then mobile reserves for the Defender. And so what that means is any units with the vehicle type, so your tanks, your mounted infantry, your AA in my case, that has to be held off in reserves. Now it's immediate reserve, so which means you start rolling for them right out the gate. But your tanks, your powerful stuff is held off, except for one. So in this case, I chose to keep the King Tiger on the battlefield, as you'll see. And then the last special rule, which we've never really covered, is prepared positions. And what that means is everything is dug in, gone to ground for the first turn. So it just helps keep soldiers that are on the battlefield who haven't moved alive. So that is pretty much the summary of the mission. Defenders just got to stop the Attacker from getting to their objectives and do it to the best of their ability. So, all right, well, let's dive into the deployment, the battlefield overview, and then jump into the forces and the battle report. And yet again, we find ourselves on the wide open plains of the Eastern Front. Russia is known for its flat terrain and wide open fields, so yet again we find ourselves here. The Germans and the British Lend-Lease force caught in an epic struggle yet again around this church, a centerpiece of most of our battles.
All right, so for the game against Zach here, the defense of Bykov, I'm going to be running the Grenadier Company, all confident vet. I got 2 Firestorm, I got my Panzer IVs here, and I got my Panzer Grenadiers in their half tracks there, same as I had in the last game actually, and this dude's missing a barrel. Very, very disappointing. I got 2 Grenadier platoons there. One's a little smaller strength. I got the Pack 40s. I got the rockets that are, ubiquitous, need to have those. Got the 88s there with the extra crew. Got the King Tiger. Got some AA. And then also a small or unit of mortars there.
I'm running a Desert Rats Armored Squadron. In my HQs, 2 Cromwells here. 2 armored platoons, each with 2 Cromwells. This one has a Challenger, and this one has a Firefly. I have 3 Stuarts, a MG motor platoon, regular rifle platoon, the 8 25-pounders. The 2 Shermans are their observers, units of armored cars, Daimlers. Then in Firestorm, we have the T-34-85s and the IS-2s.
Oh, very nice. Looking good, Zach. Yeah, so deployment in this breakthrough mission we got. So this has mobile reserves for the Defender. So all of my vehicles had to go into reserves except for one. So the one vehicle that I put out was the King Tiger. Sat him right here. I got my Pack 40s on this side. I got some mortars over here. I got the bigger unit of infantry sitting right there. I got the smaller unit of infantry sitting in this quarter. I got the 88s over here, which I realize are going to get overrun by small tanks pretty quick. And I got my rockets down here. And then in reserves, I got my AA. I got my Panzer IVs, and I have my Panzer Grenadiers in half tracks. And Zach, what do we got?
So first, we have my Stuarts up here. The armored cars, the Daimlers. 1 unit of Cromwell with a Challenger, 1 unit of Cromwells with a Firefly. This is an artillery spotter Sherman, so it's this. Unit of T-34s. The artillery itself, 25-pounders, there and there. And unit of infantry sitting here.
Nice. And then what do you have in reserves?
In reserves, I have the IS-2s and the big platoon of infantry.
And then they'll be able to come in right over here, right next to these objectives. So we'll see how this plays out. We'll catch you after turn 1. All right, so to recap turn 1, as you can see, I am missing an 88 right there. They were taken out by a Cromwell, yeah. Shot him up right there, those Cromwells. The 88s did retaliate, got 1 hit, 1 Cromwell killed there.
Take 188 for 1 Cromwell.
Any day. Yeah, that was a good trade-off for you. Generally speaking, the British moved out of their position or up a little bit.
Smacked me with artillery here, so
that's pinned. That's pinned right there. And then I did roll the re-roll misses on the King Tiger. And he came out of the smoke just like the movie Fury. So we'll see how that plays out. So we'll catch you back at the end of turn 2. All right, turn 2 recap of the battle for Bykov. So I lost the last one of these during shooting there. That was so the 88s are cleared out. Oh, actually, I forgot to do this movement. He's going to move back with the attempt to get off the table. I meant to do that. I got some reserve Panzer IVs that came in, took some shots, missed. Stormtroopered out of the way. And then King Tiger took his shots, moving out of the smoke. Didn't hit anything. Pack 40s got a hit, but didn't do any damage. I think that's it. The big win over here was the 88s getting cleared out for the British. So on to turn 3. Okay, bottom of turn 3, and the British are pressing forward. So, Zach, what did you do on your turn?
I killed one Panzer IV.
Got a Panzer IV. Boom.
Dropped the smoke on the Tiger and AT guns. And I think that was about it.
That was it. Just press forward, doing pretty.
I killed one of your rockets.
Kill one of the. Yep. Kill one of the rockets over here. So on the German turn, I basically suicided myself.
You killed a Challenger.
I did kill a Challenger. Yep. The Panzer IV's got a Challenger there. The big thing that happened was I assaulted over here. Zach got 5 hits.
They are pinned down.
They are pinned down. They were forced back. That was pretty bad, pretty tragic right there. So that was a fail. And then I didn't get any hits for the Germans. So I dropped some smoke here to cover my infantry as they're trying to get to those objectives as we head into turn 4. All right, bottom of turn 4. Zach, what happened?
We killed the AA guns over here with the Stuarts.
Yep.
Well, actually, we just bailed all of them out, and they failed morale.
Bailed all them out, failed
and
morale.
Bailed all the Panzer out, and they failed morale.
They failed morale. Yeah.
My IS-2s came in behind him, didn't really do anything.
Yep, got some reserves in those. There's some big boys. Big boys in there.
And I dropped some smoke on the King Tiger again.
Dropped some smoke on the King Tiger. He moved out of the smoke. As with other turns, he's taken shots and missed everything. I think the big VIPs for turn 4 for the Germans were the 2 packs. They ended up killing 2 T-34s. And did you roll morale for them?
Not yet.
Why don't we do that? We'll do that on camera. It'll be very exciting. They fell. Okay, they're done. Yay, I killed something. Holy crap. And then my reserves came in. I had my Germans half tracks here, went up to the forest with the intention of jumping out, but they decided to stay in their half tracks where it's safe. So that's it, heading into turn 5.
I think it's safe.
All right, turn 5 recap. So Stuarts came up here, basically crushed my half tracks. They did get out. Got out of their half tracks into the woods there. Big assault here was the infantry into the tanks, and I think I had 4 units to begin with. I took out
tank, killed
one, bailed one, and then got crushed by the counterattacks from the British there. British are up here as reserves. And then we got the big boys here who were only 1 shot bailed from the King Tiger. And I think that's it for the assaults over there. So yeah, heading into turn 6. All right, turn 6 overview. So yeah, what did the British? What did you guys do this turn?
Basically drove all the rest of your infantry over here off. Tried to wrapped up both the observers over there and tried to wrap up the guns, but failed to so far.
Right. And we were noting, once these are off the table, I will be on company morale. The King Tiger again shot over at the ISs, and miraculously Zach made his
6 out of 6 up save.
Made a 6 up save to tie. So that is frustrating. And these guys dug in; they're pinned. So we are heading into turn 7.
Matt, did you forget to shoot your infantry and your artillery, or did you choose not to?
I think I forgot, but the infantry wasn't going to shoot because I want them gone to ground, and the artillery, I guess they would have dropped on these guys. But
such a juicy target.
But I had forgotten, so it is past turn now. All right, so Zach has finally done it. Werfers are dead. I'm at company morale. Need a 4 up. There it is. Game over. Boom. End of the game handshake.
Yeah.
And that wraps up the battle for Baikov. So the Russians now have taken the center, they've moved in, they've pressed forward, but we almost have turn 3 of the campaign wrapped up now, which is exciting. It's fun. It's coming right along. Guys are all pumped to jump into turn 4 here and get things going. The last battle of a turn 3 is going to be an attack by the Germans, me, into Sam, who's defected to the Allies now. He's going to be playing the Romanians, so we'll jump into that one. Now, when I look back on this battle here, my first inclination is to say, oh, my dice betrayed me. And that's kind of a gamer thing to do, but in reality, the dice, they lead the game, but your tactics and your strategy is what really determines victory. Movement is victory. I've heard that before, and I believe that. In this case, I didn't move appropriately. My infantry should have moved turn one. I had them sitting there. All he had on the one side were T-34s, which the packs were perfectly able to handle and did. The King Tiger, I should have had him in a different spot. I should have had him maybe towards the middle of the map or just more forward. He's got a side 8 armor. He's impervious to the front, but on the side, yeah, I guess he could have ran his challengers around, but I still had the 88s. I think the King Tiger was a misplay on my part because it didn't do a whole lot because I didn't put it in a position where it could do a whole lot. So yeah, I needed to move my infantry sooner. I needed to protect my AA. Like I probably should have had my infantry around it. I'm sorry, not the AA. Well, the 88s. I don't really use them as AA, but they're more just tank killers. But that's their original purpose. But it was a great game. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun. It came down to turn 7's been bad for me, but in this case, it was just, hey, company morale. He killed enough platoons. He earned that victory. So give it to Zach there. He played the game great. He was a little cautious at the beginning, but he was cautious because he needed to kill a few things. Those 88s really threatened his tanks, and he did a great job with them. And he lucked out by getting him when he did. But it was an awesome game, and looking forward to the next one with Sam here. And then this one goes out to Graham, who had the idea of the finisher. So steel yourselves and keep your standards high.